Good morning and welcome to the Morning Scoop for Tuesday, September 28th. This is your daily Buckeye Fix. I'm Tom Orr. The Rutgers game is in 4 days, the game against Michigan in 60 days. The Buckeyes will start preparing in earnest for their second Big Ten road trip of the season today. That trip, of course, is to Rutgers this weekend. Should present a little bit of a stiffer test than any of their previous trips to Piscataway. For one sign of that, they are favored by just over 2 touchdowns for this weekend's game. That is quite a bit less than the 52-point spread for their last visit in 2019. We're going to be talking to Ryan Day and some other folks at the WAC a little later on today. But before we turn the page officially to the Scarlet Knights, I wanted to go back and touch on a few notable things we heard after the Akron game. The first thing was from Ryan Day. He was asked just sort of what he saw from his young quarterbacks. First-time starter Kyle McCord, first-time collegiate pass thrower Jack Miller. What did he see from those guys? And what does it mean for the Buckeyes moving forward that they have a couple more guys that they at least now have seen on the field?
You see certain things out there. I thought there were some things that were okay. I thought there were some things that we need to certainly clean up. I thought I got to find out where their eyes were at times. With Kyle, he does a really good job preparing. Excellent job. He puts a lot of work into this thing, and so it's the first time he's ever played in a college football game. He's a true freshman, so I think the game was moving pretty fast for him early on. But he was working at hyperspeed, I think. And one of the things we talk about with young quarterbacks is finding the speed of the game. And I think there were times where he did. And then I thought, Jack came in and kind of gave, had some poise in there and made some nice throws as well. I thought, he did some positive things. So. Again, we'll kind of look at it. Probably not going to make any hard decisions here, but it's part of the puzzle for sure.
As of the last time we talked today, his plan was to sort of see where C.J. Stroud's shoulder was on Sunday and then start formulating a plan for Rutgers. Is it Stroud? Is it going to be McCord again? What are they going to do? We may get a better sense for where that stands when we talk today a little later on Tuesday. But he said that they know that whoever it is that starts on Saturday, they're going to need those other guys to be ready to go at some point this season as well.
Well, from the beginning, I've said that we're going to need all three. And, what does that mean? If we have, one guy that we feel like, or two guys that we feel like, or three guys that we feel like can play and we can, win a championship with, and then we're in pretty good shape. I think we're still working towards that. And that's this was an opportunity to get those guys some reps, get them in the game, get a real evaluation, which is really going to help them because, in practice you see certain things a certain way, but then when it's coming live and you get hit, it hurts. And so I think this is a huge learning experience. In the long run, this is great to have these guys get these reps. And so I was excited about that part for them.
Every sentence that you say about Saturday's game always starts with, well, it was just Akron, but. So we'll start the sentence with that. Well, it was just Akron, but there were signs of improvement for the defense, especially the pass rush. That was something that Day really stressed. They needed to get a better pass rush. And he sounded pretty happy with what he saw on Saturday, even though it was, again, just Akron.
I thought our confidence, just built up over the series. And, part of, some of these guys who don't have a lot of experience in the game is finding, again, it's kind of like the same thing we talked about with the quarterback, is kind of find the rhythm of the game. And I do feel a little bit like in that first series on both sides, we were kind of feeling our way around. And then all of a sudden we kick-started it and kind of got rolling and played with confidence for the rest of the game. So I think that's part of it, is just, feeling confident about what you're doing and then building off of it. And the more times that some of these younger players start making plays, then I think, you look to the guy next to you and that builds confidence because he can do it. And this is new for our guys. Some of these guys just don't have a ton of, banked reps. And now they're building them. And you can see, like, Ronnie Hickman's a great example of that. He's played a few games now. He makes that interception. And, he's starting to, build a little bit of reputation for being a guy who's playing really good football right now. Many people didn't really know who Ronnie was about 4 weeks ago. And now he's really doing it. Cody Simon's starting to show up. And, so again, I think there was some strides in the right direction. And I thought we were aggressive overall, which was good. I thought we tackled well.
Day was asked a little later on to name a few specific players on defense who really kind of jumped out to him during that Akron game.
I'm just trying to think of some of the guys. I thought Cody played hard. I thought Again, I saw Tyleek in the backfield a bunch. It was good to see Mike Hall. Mike Hall is somebody who hadn't really done a whole or had a whole bunch of snaps, but he was kind of back there. He had a couple penalties, but I know he played hard. It looked like Lathan was playing hard. Again, you have to kind of watch the film because you just see bits and pieces. But overall, I thought, we kind of brought it pretty good there, a couple points.
We also got a chance to talk to some of the players after the game, so it wasn't just Day. And they also talked about that pass rush. We're going to hear from Antwuan Jackson and then Haskell Garrett about the pass rush, the need to create a pass rush on Saturday, what they were able to do, and why it always seemed to be coming from the middle.
If you want to be honest, it was just a simple plan, just to cage the pocket. The quarterback was a dual threat quarterback. He could run, as y'all can see. So the plan was just to cage him, and just for the interior just to eat up and get the crumbs and just get the sacks, and that's what we did. So
confidence in the young guys. It was really this is one of those games where you see what they got and how they can hone in going forward towards the season. So this is a start, and now we're going into conference play, and I'm confident on our young guys stepping up to the plate.
On the other side of the ball, you had the first-time starting quarterback in Kyle McCord. There was a first-time starter earlier in the year with C.J. Stroud against Minnesota. Paris Johnson, offensive lineman, was asked about, is that something you take pride in, making sure those first-time quarterbacks don't have to worry about the pass rush? There's a lot you got to worry about in your first career start. Did the offensive lineman kind of take pride in being, one less thing that quarterback needs to worry about?
Well, we do take a lot of pride in that because we feel as the offensive line, it really all starts with us. And, with two first-time starting quarterbacks, it's like really important to keep them clean, to keep their mind good and just focused on the receivers and the running back and not worried about what's going on in front of them. So that's been a big thing for us. Is just.
You probably formed some of your own opinions on Kyle McCord just from watching on TV, but what was he like in the huddle? What was he like on the sidelines? Here are Jaxon Smith-Njigba and Paris Johnson answering that question.
I thought he stepped up in a big way. I thought he was very confident. Had a slow first drive, but everything came to him, and I thought he responded well.
I would say that he did not get fluttered, and he showed his confidence, and I wasn't worried about it at all. Like, nobody up front was worried about it. So
there have been a lot of promising signs for the Ohio State defense over the last couple weeks. And again, yes, it was just Akron, but you're seeing some new players emerge. You're seeing some guys maybe starting to step up. One of the more surprising ones of those is Steele Chambers. He was a running back up until this summer, just now switched to linebacker over the summer. And you're already starting to see signs that he's really starting to look pretty comfortable there.
I feel like I definitely feel at home right now. We've got a great group in the Silver Bullets. Definitely just a squad that everyone likes to do their job, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing my job, and if I make plays, I end up making plays. But, you can't do it with the rest of the guys. Well, yeah, I think we're just building momentum. We've got a bunch of great guys in spots, but, we just don't have the experience in some spots, but now we're starting to gain it, and now we're moving forward.
Yes, we're going to start the sentence with the same phrase one more time. Yes, it was just Akron, but it was important for the Buckeyes to sort of get a big win heading into conference play. Here's Haskell Garrett talking about that and what it could mean moving forward.
It was very important, the game plan we put together, and really just guys executing. We had a lot of experienced guys that were out on the D-line, so I feel that defense as a whole, we've started, and now it's time to just roll.
The Buckeyes will continue that role a little later on today with a practice at the Woody Hayes facility. We will be there a little later on today to talk to Ryan Day and probably a couple other Ohio State players or coaches before that practice. So we'll have a full report on BuckeyeScoop.com. We will also stream those interviews live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BuckeyeScoop. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell, and then you get notified every time we post a new video, every time we post a new live stream. So you'll be able to watch those interviews live. You'll be able to watch when we post our post interviews, post-practice reaction podcast. We'll have that a little later on today. So hit the bell. You can subscribe on YouTube. We just passed 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. We are very happy to have all of you guys there. And it is a great way to make sure you never miss any of our content. Get notified every time we post a new video, every time we post a new podcast, live stream, behind the scenes video from Ohio Stadium, all our stuff. It's all there, youtube.com/BuckeyeScoop. And also BuckeyeScoop.com. Make sure you check that out. We have a fantastic team of insiders providing insight and analysis from inside the program, from recruiting, all sorts of other sports. The Ohio State wrestling team got a big commitment yesterday. Mick Walker's all over that one. So lots of content about the football team, of course, but also basketball, women's basketball, wrestling, hockey, all that stuff. It's all at BuckeyeScoop.com. All you have to do is sign up to become a member, and you get access to our fantastic team of insiders, insight, analysis, and all that stuff, all that wonderful stuff, all at BuckeyeScoop.com. Thank you guys all for joining us. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.